A Scottish suspected traitor has been detained in Ukraine, accused of working for the Russians. David Cutmore, a former soldier and military instructor, had allegedly been working to supply Putin's agents with weapons for assassinations. Cutmore, who's believed to be in his early 40s and from Scotland, arrived in Ukraine earlier this year to train troops, according to the SBU security service in Kiev. It's alleged he was recruited by Putin's ruthless FSB spy agency, lured by the promise of making easy money. Cutmore had his identity covered up during his initial arrest, as he was seen being hauled into court, where he appeared before a judge. Intelligence sources in Kiev reportedly said he was detained with the help of the British Secret Services. Cutmore, who's believed to be from Dunfermline but may also have lived in Rosyth, faces up to 12 years in prison after first being detained in October, with full details only being released today. The ex-squaddie had British military experience, including in the Middle East, say Ukrainian sources. The Russian Special Services provided Cutmore with firearms and ammunition to carry out targeted killings on the territory of Ukraine, according to the SBU. He is accused of reconnaissance and sabotage activities and bringing weapons into the country for killings by Russian agents. He is suspected of providing firearms used to kill former Ukraine Parliament Speaker Andrei Parubi, a key anti-Russian figure, according to Ukrainian Pravda. Parubi was assassinated in Lviv, shot dead in broad daylight on the 30th of August 2025. He was earlier Secretary of the National Security and Defence Council of Ukraine. The killing sparked wide shock and condemnation across the Ukraine, but was celebrated by hardline Russian war fanatics. Ukraine officials alleged he was preparing to commit bomb attacks and claim he was sharing the locations of military training centres to the Russians, reported by Ukrinform when he was first arrested. He also received instructions on where to find a loaded pistol with 2 magazines. Cutmore was allegedly paid up to £5,000 for the work he did for the Russians. Cutmore is also suspected of providing firearms for the murder of Ukrainian nationalist and former MP Irina Farion, who infuriated Moscow and was shot and killed in her home city of Lviv. A professor, she died in July 2025 after she was rushed to hospital after being shot in the head by gunmen. The third assassination linked to the British military trainer was Demyan Hanul, a Ukrainian nationalist campaigner wanted by Russia who was gunned down in Odessa in March. He was shot twice with a short-barrelled gun as he walked on a street in a Black Sea port, said reports at the time. An SBU source said Cutmore is currently detained and in custody and the investigation is ongoing. Ukrainian Pravda said the SBU counterintelligence service, in cooperation with British Special Services, exposed David Cutmore, a British citizen who, on behalf of Russian Special Services, carried out renaissance and sabotage activities in Ukraine in 2024 and 2025. And speaking at his home in Fife last night, Cutmore's dad, also called Ross, said he's a grown man and makes his own decisions. The last time I saw him was at Christmas time, almost a year ago. I knew the news was coming, as we were told a few weeks ago. He has never lived here. I haven't spoken to him since he was arrested, but my ex-wife, his mum, has been in contact with the Foreign Office. It comes less than a month after we told how another Scottish mercenary who boasted of killing people in Ukraine claims he finally received Russian citizenship. Turncoat Jay Frazers announced the news by sharing a snap of a Russian passport beside his British one. The baby-faced gunman, who is fighting in an international volunteer brigade, said he had given an oath at the Russian Ministry of Internal Affairs. We previously unmasked Fraser as a former apprentice at Tennant's Well Park Brewery in Denniston in Glasgow. Fraser, who joined tyrant Putin's forces in August 2024 after leaving his family in Scotland, has boasted of killing at least 10 Ukrainian soldiers. He is fighting with the Pyatnashka International Brigade and has threatened to send Brits home in boxes. The Foreign Office has warned that Brits who fight for Russia will face justice on return.